Hey everybody, welcome back. Super glad you're here. Hey Polo, what's up?
Hey, we're back.
We are. We're back. What's on your mind today?
Is anything off limits for this show? We should probably talk about that. Well, let me just jump into it.
Well, the three P's. They talk about the three P's and the four V's.
Well, there's that rinse, recycle, and repeat thing.
I think so.
Okay, or reduce, reuse, recycle. That's 3 R's. It's reading, writing, and anyways. I think I'm okay with this, but if you need to shut this down or bleep me out, just stop me. But I've had some issues with deodorant lately, and not like pros and cons. Like I'm totally for it, especially on other people. I appreciate it. But kind of what happened this morning, I'll spare you personal details, but I applied the deodorant under one arm as I normally do, and the can ran out. And so I got a new can and applied it under the other arm. But then I realized what I had done because I just mixed, basically I've got two different flavors, or I guess it's scents. I've got extra fresh on one arm, but I've got stronger swagger on the other. And at first I thought, hey, no big deal. They're on separate arms. They're not talking to each other. They're just doing their job. But it's been weird, honestly, all day. Stronger swagger is just like, And I'm like, whoa, buddy. Because on this side I'm fresh, but on this side he's like trying to be stronger. I'm like, guys,
I feel like that one side's just like
he's just amped
got
up.
the swagger down.
Yeah. I'm like, boys, settle it down. It's like this is the pits. I don't need this kind of like discombobulated, schizophrenic whatever thing going on. I'm just trying to work and do my job. Have you ever had that?
No, but that sounds like it definitely could be a bipolar situation. Maybe, like a bipolar syndrome of the armpits type of thing.
I guess.
That sounds terrible.
But it also got me thinking, I have used swagger in the past with no issues at all, and I have no complaints. Now this was stronger swagger. I'm gonna have to look. I don't know if there's extra strong or not. This may be top of the line. I'm not, or end of the road or something. But how do they come up with these? You've got brushed titanium or something. I don't wake up in the morning and think I should rub metal bars under my arm to get that scent. But am I doing something wrong? Or am I? Does any of this make sense to you?
It sounds like a hairy situation.
Well, so I'm also a little concerned. In the past, and I don't mind admitting to this, and we're pretty open on this show, maybe too open at times. But in the past, I've also worn Pure Sport Plus, and honestly, I kind of feel like a liar because all day long I'm walking around with Sport under my arms. And I'm not a sport guy. I'm just an accountant doing spreadsheets. Is that okay? Is that okay for me to wear Sport?
Right. So you're like going throughout your day, and your arms are telling you, do the jump shot.
Yeah. Hit the ball, Sport.
Block the guy.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, just sum the cells.
And
your
brain is telling you focus on the numbers, and your arms are like, take the guy out.
And that was Pure Sport Plus. I'm like, I don't even I'm way on the edge here of probably overstepping what I should be using. I used to use Bold in the past, but same thing. I'm like, actually, do you think they stole that from the coffee roaster guys? Because they always have weird, fresh Bold Argentina super green blend roasted something.
Right. Wake up.
Yeah.
Smell the bold flavor.
Well, I guess it's all about smells either way.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah, there's nothing like waking up in the morning to a fresh, roasted odor.
Right, right. Why not other scents, like for the rest of us, like man cave or bountiful garden or, fresh lawnmower or something. I mean, for normal guys, what should we be using?
Right. Yeah. Hey, I mean, back to the coffee. I mean, they come up with Thanksgiving blends like, what is that one? I don't know, spice or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, why don't the deodorant companies come up with a Thanksgiving blend for
Like
men?
shotgun shells or, burning logs or,
Right. Gun smoke
mhm,
and peanut butter pie or
um,
apples and
turkey
spice
fryer
and
explosion or,
yeah,
what's the other
yeah, something
thing?
like
Yeah,
that.
but
Bombs and hand
yeah,
grenades
dirt and
and
stuff.
tobacco smoke. I don't know.
Um, but this, yeah, I mean, this other stuff, like extra fresh. I mean, it doesn't even pass the smell test with me. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know where they're coming from on this. Yeah,
Fresh, yeah, I
yeah.
know. Well,
So,
it could be a stinky situation. You've heard that phrase, don't sweat the petty things, and I just want to make sure that I would encourage you to avoid also not to pet the sweaty things.
hmm, that's the kind of advice I think our viewers are looking for. It's like when
Really?
life hands you armpits, make deodorant. Or how's that go? That doesn't seem right
Well,
either. Um,
that sounded really good there at the start.
when life hands you,
Where do you send feedback, like to your deodorant company? Is it something like BO Box 2 for 1 Stinky Street, whatever?
I don't. I have a hard.
How do you give proper feedback? And is that what they call those places that they call a sweatshop?
Oh, I bet you're right.
What is it? What is a sweatshop anyway?
Well, they must. They must shop sweat. I mean, there's flop sweat. I've heard of that, but I don't. Well, and okay, and here's the other thing. Does the representative, like, what if they sold deodorant like vacuums? Like a guy would show up at your house and you're
Right.
like, do I know you? And
Perfect.
before you can shut the door, he's like halfway into your living room and he's like spraying sweat smell in your house because then he can spray the good smell and you're like, wow, the bad smell is gone. Would that
How
work?
did in these sweatshops? How do they test if it works or not? Have you ever
Mm,
thought about that? Like, do they go around and smell
mm.
before it's applied and then after? I mean,
Whose
who's
job
the
is
test
that?
subjects?
Is that like the intern?
Yeah,
If you've worked here long enough, you don't have to do that anymore. But if you're the intern,
unless it's a good thing. Maybe that's the
well, yeah,
highest
yeah, I don't
paying
need to be
job.
narrow-minded about this. Maybe that is the good thing.
Yeah, what if that's your job, say, and you know how some people sweat more than others and they can't break a sweat and they're
Mm-hmm.
just like and they're trying to sweat, and they're just like, sorry boss,
I
just
can't.
can't
Yeah,
work up a
yeah.
sweat.
And then the boss is like, "Well, you're not giving 110%," and they're frustrated. Is what they are at that point.
And then it seems like that job would really
I
stink.
think so. I think so. Because you're trying to do your best, and it's like, I mean, don't sweat it, but I can't. I can't sweat it if I wanted to, which is the problem.
Yeah. I think you're a homeowner and I'm a homeowner and they're always talking about building sweat equity.
Mm.
Is that what they're talking
Are
about?
people saving this stuff up somewhere? That's kind of
What
weird.
stuff?
Yeah.
And then there's the different kinds of deodorant too. I'm sure you've been thinking about this today, during your predicament, but
Mm-hmm.
with roll on
Oh,
and spray on
cider.
and
Yeah.
gel
Yeah.
and paste, and then you have the organic and the ones without aluminum and those with
I'm
the
more of a
baking
smooth,
soda?
like easy glider type guy. I think the sprays. Some of those are flammable, and I'm like, I'm not willing to take that risk inside my house,
Oh
um,
yeah.
just because of safety
Yeah, right.
and buyer beware, I guess. But what
Right.
else? Yeah.
Right. So I don't know what works best for you. For me, I think what works best is to apply some sort of deodorant.
Everyone does what works for them, and folks, if you've got a good solid product that you like and once a week with that product covers it, then go for it. That's what
I
we
mean, I'm
do.
not going to be the one that tells you how often to use it. I don't judge. I'm not going to judge. This is a total change of subject, but
Okay.
what did the alien say to the gas pump?
Like, is there a life? I
Take your fingers out of your ears and listen to me.